Welcome to the beautiful and amazing city of Lego. The Lego city has so much to offer, so let's take you through a few of the things. On the left side, we have the mayor's office. The mayor's office is connected towards almost everything in the city, and we'll get back to that later. But in the middle, we have the forest. It's a beautiful forest for hikes, and then we also have a connecting Great Lake. The Great Lake is also very good for boats and swimming. On the right side, we have the Lego factory, producing all of the Lego parts needed for the Lego society to thrive. But of course, in any society, when things, we build up, we also need to manage our waste. So we have a waste management above the factory, making sure that we recycle everything that we produce. But in the far, far, far top of this map, we see the Lego Mountain of Doom. The Lego Mountain of Doom is one of the reasons why we call this city so connected. This city has invested heavily in IoT because the Mountain of Doom is close by houses and is an active potential volcano. This is why the city mayor has to be very careful about how he understands what's going on so he can protect his citizens. As you can see in the Lego City, it is surrounded by a large train track. And the train track connects the city from A to B and plays a very vital role for the management of the whole city. Not only does it transport people, but it also carries people to safety. The train conductor has a very important role in this, because if something were to happen with the mountain, he needs to make a very hasty decision in order to divert the train from the ordinary track behind the mountain and do a shorter track, which we see close by here, to pick up potential people in need and also make sure that everyone on the train stays safe and we can bring everyone back to the mayor's office. Now let's have a look at the point of view from the train. So the first thing we see here is the mayor's office and a few buildings surrounding the mayor's office also, where the Legos live happily. We also have the police and fire department and the forest with our beautiful lake. And getting up to now the Mountain of Doom, where people also live and have their cabins. In the beautiful forest up towards the Mountain of Doom. And back towards the lake, where we see the dumpster, where we get rid of every waste we have, and the Lego factory on the right side. And this leads back to the mayor's office. So this is the round trip for Lego City. The great mayor of Lego City, which we here see in the picture, has a lot of responsibilities. At all times, he wants to make sure that all of his Legos are safe. To do so, he has invested heavily in Internet of Things. So all through the city, there are devices reporting back and telling him what the status is, so that we can make sure that if something were to happen, he would know about it the second it did. And he can then start activating crisis teams from the mayor's city, making sure that everyone has what they need. Dun 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 dun. Breaking news! Breaking news! Lego City's geologist has discovered something very unsettling. She has been looking at all of these sensors and is seeing unusual activity at the Mountain of Doom. At the Mountain of Doom, the Lego City has installed 2 sensors in order to see lots of information surrounding the mountain. And one of these sensors is now spiking with odd information saying that something is off. The temperatures are rising. And sure enough, when they go into the mayor's city to see the status of everything going on in the Power BI report, they see here that the initial temperature was 25 degrees. And within just a few minutes, it had significantly increased. The new temperature was now 30 degrees of the core temperature, which is a 5-degree increase within just a few minutes, meaning that something bad is about to happen. And sure enough, that same night, lava shoots out of the Mountain of Doom. Everyone in the near of the mountain is in danger, so everyone needs to get out because lava is now active at the Mountain of Doom. Immediately, our mayor awakens and goes straight to the task force place of his mayor's office because here he has to decide what he needs to do. First off, he sees that one of the IoT devices has been disconnected, and therefore the disaster team has automatically been created in Teams. He then gets the option to click the big red disaster button, and in doing so, he will notify all of the citizens of Lego City about the disaster that is now happening. And at the same time, we also have the train conductor now having to do a special maneuver because of the increased danger situation. We now have to avoid the mountain. And doing so, he has to change the train tracks to make sure that we have the safe path to follow instead of going down the dangerous path. And sure enough, the automatic flip switch goes, and we are saved. The train is in safety and will now travel without having to go through the lava of the mountain. The next day, they awaken to do the damage assessments. And sure enough, most of the houses close by to the volcano have been destroyed. But people other places in the city are reporting back that they are okay and they are fine. So that means that everyone is alive and well. The mayor has a quick word with the police officer to make sure that we can coordinate all of the efforts that need to be done in order to make sure that all of the citizens of Lego City will be taken care of. Police drive around informing about the services provided from the city in order to fix the houses that have been broken. A poor soul has lost parts of his house and is in desperate need of repairs, but he has now been informed by the police how he can apply for fixes through the city's program for fixing. He then logs on to the portal where he can make a claim to the house that has been destroyed. He registers his case with his name and a picture that he has taken describing what the incident is. The service technician will then pick up his case and see where it is and what needs to be done. He will then be booked into his service scheduling calendar, making sure that he will be able to meet the requirements within the time. The next step is that he goes into the factory to pick up the parts that he needs. So luckily they have a Lego factory with all thinkable Lego parts. And within a short period of time, he has fixed the house. Everyone is happy and joyous about the fix. And peace and tranquility is restored in Lego City. But wait, there's more. After leaving the site, the technician can generate an order in VIPs to automatically request payment through mobile services. So the customer will receive a bill for his amount due and can easily click with one button to pay the sales order to the technician.